Okay, so we ended till question number 23 in the previous class. Now we are going to start with question number 24. Nitrogen monoxide NO is a primary pollutant produced by petrol engines and is found in their exhaust gases. Okay. Which reaction occurs in a catalytic converter and decreases the emission of nitrogen monoxide? So see, in these two nitrogen dioxides are forming. So these are again a pollutant. So A and B goes wrong. Now we are left. Now see over here. Here again nitrogen dioxide is forming. So D goes wrong as well. And we are left with one option, that is option C. So option C is the correct answer. Is this clear? Now, question number 25. The diagram give me a minute here. Question number 25. The diagram shows the structure of the naturally occurring molecule cholesterol. Okay. Student X stated that 17 carbon atoms in the four rings all lie in the same plane. So if you see, as all of them are all sigma bonds, right? Except the two rest of the carbons all are forming sigma bonds, all sigma bonds, which means sp3 hybridization. So they are not going to present on a same plane because the bond angle is 107 109.5. No, I don't think my screen is frozen. Now the student Y stated that this molecule displays cis cross isomerism at carbon carbon double bond. So if you recall, for this cyclic structure to show a carbon carbon double bond must have at least 8 carbon atoms. That's what we have studied, right? So both the statements are wrong. And if both the statements are wrong, then it means which student are correct? Neither student X nor student Y, both are incorrect, both are wrong. So A goes wrong, C goes wrong, D goes wrong, and D is the correct answer. Is this clear to all of you? If you go through the notes, Banin, you will find that we have discussed for a cyclic structure to show cis-trans isomerism, it must has a 8 carbon atoms in the ring. Now, if you see this ring comprised on only 6 carbon atoms, so which indicates that it is not able to show cis-trans isomerism. Is it understandable, Banin? Okay. Now, question number 26. The drug cortisone has the formula shown. Okay. In addition to those chiral centers marked by an asterisk, how many other chiral centers are present in the cortisone molecule? Okay. So if I see, okay, first find the ones which are not chiral. So this is not chiral, 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 because all of them has a pi bond, right? This is not chiral because two hydrogens, this and this and this and this. All of them are not chiral because they have a two hydrogens. In the same way, this and this also don't, you know, uh, show chiral because they have a two hydrogens each two. So see how many we are left with? 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is also not chiral because there are two. So we are left with only 3 more. So if 3, then it's D is the correct answer. So A goes wrong, B goes wrong, C goes wrong, and D is the correct answer. Now question number 27. Butene. Okay, if I draw butene, there are 4 carbon atoms and a double bond makes it butene. Reacts with cold acidified KMNO4 to give product X. So OH and OH on both of them. Is this understandable? Okay, just give me a minute, please. Okay, so it will form diol. Butene reacts with hot concentrated acidified KMnO4 to give product Y. So in this case, if you see, when this would happen, hot acidified KMnO4 would, so the molecule would be broken from this. So we got two fragments, each has two carbons because it's a butene, and each one turned into a carboxylic acid. So we got 2 moles of ethanoic acid. Which statement about product X and Y are correct? Okay. Both product X and Y will react with 2,4-DNPH. No. With 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine, only aldehyde and ketone would react. So A goes wrong. Neither product X nor product Y will react with 2,4-phenylhydrazine. Yes, that seems to be a correct answer. Because neither one, the product X and the product Y doesn't contain aldehyde or ketone. So it seems right. Product X reacts with no. Product Y reacts with no. So we are left with only one option, which is B. So B is the correct answer. Is this understandable to all of you? Okay. Now question number 28. A sequence of reactions takes place. The major product is compound Z. Okay. Propanoic acid. So it's a 3-carbon containing carboxylic acid. So if it's 3-carbon containing 1, 2, 3, third carbon has a carboxylic acid. On reduction, it will form propanol and propane 1-ol specifically. With concentrated sulfuric acid, elimination would occur and we will get prop 1E fast vapors with steam. So, okay. So addition. So now OH got over here according to the Markovnikov's rule. So see, they have first formed propane 1-ol and then propane 2-ol would form. What is compound Z? compounds, that is propane to all, that's what we have identified. So A, B, and C goes wrong, and D is the correct answer. Which statement is correct? Okay. Bromoethane means C2H5Br reacts with aqueous NaOH to form ethane as a major ethene. No, with aqueous NaOH, it turns into ethanol. With ethanolic NaOH, it turns into ethene. So the A statement is wrong. Now, 1-chlorobutane reacts more rapidly than 1-bromobutane. No, it is more reactive. Bromine is more in the compound. Bromobutane is more reactive and chlorobutane is less reactive because of the bond strength. Chlorine has a stronger bond with the carbon as compared to bromine, so that's why its reactivity decreases. So B is wrong. Hydrolysis of this occurs mostly by SN2. It's a tertiary one, right? So it turns into from carbocation, so it would go SN1 mechanism, not SN2. So C goes wrong as well. This radical ion, okay, this ion is less stable than this. Yes, this is correct because it's C tertiary, because one carbon has a three CH3 groups bonded to it. So it's a tertiary. Tertiary is more stable and primary is less stable, right? So yeah, B is the correct statement for question number 29. Is this clear to all of you? Okay. Now question number 30. In the hydrolysis of bromoethane by aqueous NaOH, okay, again bromoethane C2H5 Br is reacting with aqueous sodium hydroxide. What we will get ethanol. Further, we will get sodium bromide and water. What is the nature of the attacking group? So it's a nucleophilic substitution, right? So the attacking group is nucleophile, and obviously nucleophile replaces the another nucleophile. So A goes wrong, B goes wrong, and C goes wrong, and D is the correct answer. Because in D, it states that nucleophile attacks the bromoethane and the leaving group is also the nucleophile. Is this question clear to all of you? Okay. Now question number 31. X is an organic compound containing the elements carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. The table shows the observation made from 3 chemical tests carried out on X. With sodium effervescence means it can be alcohol or carboxylic acid or both. With sodium carbonate, it forms effervescence, which means that there is a carboxylic acid. And with hot concentrated, for it remains orange. So it means if it's an alcohol, then it's an tertiary alcohol or carboxylic acid because both does not oxidize. Is this explanation is understandable to all of you? What is the possible structure of X? So if you see there is a one hydrogen over here, so this is a secondary alcohol which makes it wrong. There is a hydrogen over here. This makes it wrong because it's a secondary alcohol, and the other one, it's an aldehyde, not carboxylic acid, which makes B wrong as well. And over here, it's an aldehyde. Aldehyde doesn't react with sodium carbonate nor alcohol. So C goes wrong as well. So if you identified all three are wrong, then D is the correct answer, because if you see this is a tertiary alcohol, and over here you got the carboxylic acid as well. So D is the correct answer for question number 31. Is this clear? Now question number 32. How many moles of oxygen gas are needed to complete combustion of 1 mole of this? Okay. So if you look at the formula 3 and 1, 4, C4, 9 and 10, and 4. With the oxygen gas for a complete combustion, we got carbon dioxide and we got water. So there are 4 moles of carbon dioxide and there are 5 moles of water. So if you see 8 oxygen over here and 5 oxygen over here, so in total we got 13 oxygen. 1 is over here, so I need to put a 6 over here. So 6 and 1 makes it 12, 6 times 2, 12 and 12 plus 1, 13. So 13 oxygen now. So this is the correct answer. So B, C, and D goes wrong. And A is the correct answer. Is this clear to all of you? Okay. Now question number 33. In which pair will each compound give a different visible result with alkaline iodine? Okay. So both gives the same result because it's an ethanol. See, the alcohol has a CH3, CHOH group, and then this hydrogen. So this group is present, so yellow precipitate has been seen. And over here, it's an aldehyde, which is CH3, C double bond and H. So it is also, shows yellow precipitate. So A is wrong because they asked for 2 different visible change. Okay, so see, this is same group, and over here, if you see, it is also CH3 bonded to C double bond O. So this also gives the yellow precipitates over here. So B goes wrong as well. Now, carboxylic acid does not give this test positive, and over here, this is also not going to give you this test positive because CH3 is bonded to CH2, and that CH2 is bonded to C double bond O, and then CH2 and then CH3. In the neighbor of C double bond O, there is no CH3. So this also don't give you the positive test. So see, we have identified A, B, and C wrong. So it clearly indicates D is correct because this one is not going to give you this test positive, and this one is going to give you this test positive, and yellow precipitate has been observed. It is because in this, if you see, we got this structure CH3C HOH. So this group is there, and over here, if you see, it's CH3, then CH2, then C double bond O and H. Although it's an aldehyde, but C double bond O is not bonded to a CH3. That makes this one not to show any precipitates with aqueous alkaline iodine. And the first option, ethanol, will show the yellow precipitates with aqueous alkaline iodine. Is this understandable to all of you? Now, question number 34. Which reagent gives a positive weak test with propanol? So it's a ketone. And if you see the formula or structure, it is CH3 bonded to C double bond O and bonded to CH3. So see, this group is present, which means aqueous alkaline iodine gives the positive test. Aqueous bromine do the positive test with the alkenes. These both gives the positive test with the aldehyde. So E, C, and D goes wrong, and A is the correct answer. I hope it's understandable to all of you. Now, question number 35. Esters can be hydrolyzed with an aqueous alkali or an aqueous acid. Two products to form 2 products. The table compares the 2 methods. Which choice correct? Okay, with alkali we get salt of carboxylic acid and alcohol. Yeah. And when we do the aqueous one, we just got carboxylic acid, an acidic one, and alcohol. Okay. The complete conversion of a salt and an organic acid. Here, yeah, salt is there, but not organic acid. So A goes wrong. Forms an equilibrium mixture with a salt and an organic acid. Complete conversion of salt to an alcohol. No, D goes wrong as well. Complete conversion of a salt and an alcohol. Yeah, because a carboxylic acid salt is formed and alcohol is formed, the aqueous alkali form an equilibrium mixture with an organic acid and alcohol. Yeah, organic acid and alcohol are formed and ester is there, so there is an equilibrium mixture as well. So C seems correct. Complete conversion to a salt and an alcohol. Yes, a complete conversion of an organic acid and an alcohol. No, it's not a complete combustion conversion over there. So C is the correct answer. Is this clear to all of you? Okay, now question number 36. Okay. I always suggest whenever you get the isomer question where you have to draw multiple isomers, do it at the end of the exam after the questions. Okay. Structural isomerism only should be considered when answering this question. Okay. How many compounds with the molecular formula C5H11Br are primary halogen? Okay. So C for with the primary halogen alkane, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and halogen on the first carbon. That is the one. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bromine on second carbon. So that is a second. No, they are asking for primary. No, it's not primary over there. Then how can I make primary? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a branch over here and put a bromine over here. So there is a second one. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Branch over here and bromine over here. So that is the third one. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbons are like this, and this one has a bromine. There are 4 of such kinds, so B, C, and D goes wrong, and A is the correct answer. If you try to make any other, yes, you are able to make one, but you are not able to make primary. See, they have mentioned it's in primaries in bold, so it's important that you have to keep in mind when you are drawing the structures that they must be primary. Now, question number 37. Compound Z is formed by the reaction scheme shown. Okay, with form KCN, we get CH3, CH2, CN, and reflects with high acid compound Z is going to be CH3, CH2, CO2H. So it's a propanoic acid which is over here. So A, B, and C goes wrong, and D is the correct answer. Is this understandable to all of you? Okay. Question number 38. Hydroxyethanol is heated and reflects with an excess of acidified diatomic. So it means it's an oxidation. So there are 2 carbons only, right? So the carbon on the right is alcohol, which turns into carboxylic acid. And the carbon on the left is was an alcohol, which turns into carboxylic acid, and the carbon on the right is aldehyde, which also turns into carboxylic acid. Until no further oxidation takes place. Okay. What is the skeletal formula of the organic product? So if you see, this seems correct. Alcohol is left wrong. Aldehyde is over here. There are 3 carbon atoms, which makes A wrong as well. So B is the correct answer. Okay. Now question number 39. The formula shows the repeat unit perfect addition polymer. What is the correct name of the monomer from which this polymer is made? Okay. So see, we have a 1 carbon having the hydrogen and CH3, and then the other carbon having the hydrogen and then CH2, CH3, right? Let's turn it into its monomer. So the monomer has a carbon-carbon double bond, H, CH3, CH2, CH3, CH. Now, let me transform it into a simple chain. So CH3, CH, double bond, CH, CH2, CH3. So see, there are 4 carbon atoms, 5 carbon atoms, and between carbon 2 and carbon 3, there is a double bond. So the name is going to be Pent2. So B goes wrong, B goes wrong, A goes wrong, and the correct answer is C. Is this understandable to all of you? In which case, Hassan? Yeah, I will upload the recording. Okay. In A, there are 3 carbon atoms, right? And over here, there are 2 carbon atoms. That's why A is wrong. Because the reactant is hydroxyethanol, which has 2 carbon atoms only. So the carboxylic acid formed would also be 2 carbon element. Is it clear, Hassan? Okay. Now question number 40. The infrared spectrum of a compound is shown. Okay. Which functional group could be the compound contained? Okay. So there is around 1700, there is a C double bond O. So it's 1710, it seems like this one, right? And if it's an ester, so C double bond or that carbon is also bonded to oxygen, and its range is 1040 to 140. So it is over here, 1040 to 1300, and this one is there, 1710 to 1750, and see, these were missing. So it means that it is an ester. So A goes wrong, B goes wrong, B goes wrong. So C is the correct answer. Is this clear to all of you? Okay. Yes, see, we have seen there are 2 peaks. One is at 1710 to 1750, which is of ester, C double bond of ester, and there is another peak between 1040 to 1300, which is of C single bond O of ester. Okay. And see, there is a no peak present of the alcohol. This peak has a shape, this carboxylic acid peak has a shape like this, and between 2500 to 3000. So see, there is no such peak over here. For carboxylic acid, you are going to observe a peak like this. And for alcohols, you are going to get a peak like this, a more broader. Yeah, it's like this. So these two are missing. Now, is this clear to all of you? So we have ended the February-March 2024 paper. Now our online classes will be ended. Now you guys have 2 days before the exam. So I'm open for all the queries that you have. You can WhatsApp me the queries and I will be responding in the next 2 days to your queries. But there will be no proper class because we have done till February-March 2024 all the papers. And I'm going to just update this class after the this recording after the class, so you guys can watch over there as well. Okay. Okay. So take care, everyone. Best of luck for the exam. And goodbye and Allah Hafiz.